Hello, everyone, and welcome to Inspiration Morning Live. I am Christina Crowley, and I am so glad that you have joined me here today. I am a little late today. I do tend to run a little late on Tuesdays. I have a mastermind group that I do at 7 o'clock Mountain Time, and we meet then and we talk about things, and it's an important part of my life, and I'll talk about it in a few minutes. Yeah, thank you for joining me here today. If you joined me live, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And if you follow me on the replay, I want to say thank you too. I know that sometimes not everybody can watch in the morning, and sometimes, maybe watching me is better later in the day, or maybe when I have subtitles on and you can watch me in quiet wherever it is that you watch me, and you can just read along. Alrighty. So like I said, I do have a mastermind on Tuesdays. And I think everybody should have a mastermind of sorts. Everybody should have a group of peers that you can meet with. Everybody should have a group that you meet with, and that maybe some of the people are a little bit more further along their journey than you are. I want to talk about stepping up to the challenges of your journey today. And I thought about this when I was in my mastermind group today, and I thought, gosh, I'm glad I have this. I'm glad I have a place to go and to talk with people they're entrepreneurs, and we talk about certain things within our entrepreneurial journey. We all met in a different SEO mastermind, and we've known each other for 2 or 3 years now. And so we kind of know a bit about each other, and we didn't just come together within a mastermind, the first mastermind we met in. And the more and more I think about it, I tend to seek out these groups, and I've never truly called them masterminds until a few years ago when I joined. And it helps me step up to the challenges of my journey. And there are going to be a lot of challenges along your journey. Hello, good morning. I want to say thank you for joining me. I see we have a couple. We've just started. Please give me some thumbs up, some hearts. I really appreciate those. And if you have any comments you'd like to give, please feel free to put them in the chat. I'm always glad when we get some. And stepping up to the challenges of your journey, we all have them. And I know I have in my mind's eye a way that I want my journey to go. I know the way I want it to look. And I don't know whether it's the Pollyanna in me or exactly what it is, or maybe it's the optimist in me that I don't necessarily see always the challenges. And I'm not saying challenges are a bad thing. Challenges are a good thing. Challenges make our life's experience richer. It really does, because it shows us what we're made of. If everything came simple and easy to us, would we savor it as much? I think that is one of the big things that when I do get challenges that come along, and we've all had a number of them, mine aren't any better or worse than yours, but we each have our own. And so when your challenges come along, how do you step up? For me, I take a deep breath and I just go sometimes head on, especially on things that I may not know a lot about. Sometimes I'll Google search them. Sometimes I will turn to consult of my friends and my family, and then I push through. I push through the challenges. Just stopping and being stuck is just not the way to do it. I know of a friend who has had, a lot of challenges. But I look to her and I see that, I don't know exactly her process, because we've never really talked about it. But I know that there are challenges there. But I've seen her pick herself up and just continue on. She just does it. I think sometimes she just white knuckles it and pushes through. And that has been an inspiration for me through all of my challenges. And my parents, I look back and I've seen In hindsight, you can see people's challenges, maybe what they've gone through. And they never really, sometimes they were plainly obvious to me. Sometimes they weren't. And looking back in hindsight at those, I see that, they didn't have to tell me all their challenges. And I'm kind of grateful for it. I don't know how that plays out today in my not wanting to see them and just pushing forward, going for my dreams. I know that things are going to be there, but maybe it's because I don't anticipate every little thing. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but how do you step up to your own challenges? Do you anticipate that there are going to be challenges along your journey, along your path that you're taking? Maybe that's part of your job, and maybe that's part of who you are, and that helps you see it and then just makes you, push things out of the way easier because you know what's coming, you know how you're going to deal with it. I do talk a lot about visualizing, what you're going to go through in your day. Like yesterday, I talked about visualize your Mondays going well. Change the way they feel. Use visualization to go through things. I know athletes use visualization. They visualize a match or the game going well and that they're going to do great things. And so therefore, they do great. Visualizing does help your brain do well. Muscle memory, it is a thing, but also in visualizing that going well. And stepping up to the challenges. I suppose we have to. And I just don't like to think about them until they're right there, until they exist. I don't like anticipating the negativity of the future. I'll deal with it when it's here, and I don't see it always as a negative thing. How do you see it? How do you decide what is a challenge for you? My challenges may not be your challenges, and what your challenges are, I may think of as an opportunity. They say that great entrepreneurs and great thinkers, they don't see things as setbacks. They see challenge as opportunity, and then they go forward. And it's not always the easiest thing for me. I used to be a negative Nelly. I truly had been a negative Nelly. And that is the way I dealt with things until, I started meditating and deciding that I needed to make a change. And in visualization, I made that change. Alrighty. So, we all, and that is to varying degrees. Sometimes there are the easy challenges, and it's nice to have those kind of easy challenges come your way. It gives you confidence. It gives you confidence that you can go on to the next one and do well. Hello, good morning. I want to say thank you for joining me here today on Inspiration Morning Live. Stepping up to the challenges of your journey. We are all on our own journey. And we enjoy it with a lot of people along the way. I was talking about my mastermind group that I meet with on Tuesdays. So that's why I'm kind of going late today. I'm trying to go at 7:05 in the mornings. But within my mastermind, when I have a challenge, I can go to them and I can say, this is what's happening. I have this, that, and the other that have happened over the past week. And one of my friends in the group may say, because we all meet together on Skype, here's how I handled that. Here is my perspective. Sometimes somebody else's perspective is wonderful and it helps me get through that. And then the next time that challenge comes, I know how to handle it. There are some things that you just know how to handle. Some things are right. Some things are wrong. Some things are black and white. There's a lot of gray for many, many things. Some people's intention, you got to take in the intention. And then some things that were a challenge to me in my 20s aren't necessarily a challenge to me at this phase of my life. It's all about our perspective of how we step up. And I got an email the other day from somebody who I follow, and they've had a lot of challenges in the past years, but they have strong faith, and that is how they step up to the challenges in their life. They've decided that this is the journey that God put them on, and they're just going to work through it, and that is really brave, and it really works. So they've had some really difficult times over the past 4 years. And I appreciate that. And I really look to them like, when I go through my next huge challenge, that is how I am going to face. It is how I personally face things. I don't talk a lot about per se religion. I don't talk a lot about per se God, but that is my background, and that is in how I think and who I am. And having read that email from that person, I'm like, I knew that that's how they got through their challenges, and I knew that that's how they got through life. I do have my faith. I do have faith in that everything will be okay. That's what I put my faith in, and that things will work out. And if they don't work out, then another door will open. And that is part of the journey. Being willing to be on a journey is a great way of stepping up to any challenge and kicking it in the shins and pushing it out of your way, or kicking it in the shins, or maybe you change directions. Maybe you change your approach. Alrighty, so I want to say thank you for being here. Please give me some thumbs up, give me some hearts. I really do appreciate those. They do make my day. Give me some shares if you feel that this has been valuable. How do you step up to the challenges of your journey? For me, I like to plan things out when I have a big roadblock ahead of me. When I have a big challenge, I do plan things out. How do you handle your challenges? Feel free to let me know. I really do appreciate you watching me in the morning. I appreciate those of you who are here live. I appreciate those of you who watch me in the replay. And what are your biggest challenges with your journey in your life? How do you plan your way out of them? How do you work your way out of them? I really love to hear from you. So if you feel this has been helpful, I thank you so much. And I want to be able to see you on my next Facebook Live tomorrow morning at 7:05. Alrighty, ta-ta for now.